Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Worship Drumming and welcome to another episode of Beat of the Week. So this is just a time where we take about 5 to 10 minutes to work on a beat that's going to help you become a better drummer. And in today's video, we are doing triplets. Triplets were kind of a confusing thing when I first started playing drums, and I didn't really understand them a whole lot. And I didn't really have any way to play them with what I was doing. So today I've come up with a beat to help you guys understand triplets and be able to play them. So today's video might be a little more difficult or a little weird with these triplets, but it's a lot of fun once you get it down. So let's real quick talk about what triplets are so we have a better understanding. To understand triplets, let's look at eighth notes and 16th notes. So if we look at eighth notes, between beat 1 and beat 2, we have an and. So we have that and note in there, so 1 and 2. So that's one note between beat 1 and beat 2. Take 16th notes. You have 1 E and a 2. So that's 3 notes between beat 1 and beat 2. So how we get these triplets is they are basically just the middle point there. So it's 2 beats between beat 1 and beat 2. Now there's multiple ways to count these. I prefer doing it kind of a weird way that a lot of people don't really agree with. You can look up other ways, but I like to count it as this. 1 and a. And so the reason people don't like that is because you can kind of space it out bad because you already have an and an a when you're counting 16th notes. But you're just really trying to space these out. So I count it as 1 and a. And so these are, once again, they're all evenly spaced out. So all it is it's just 2 notes between each beat. And it's going to, you notice that it's not really even once you kind of bring it out through an entire grouping, because it's groupings of 3 instead of doing things in 2s or 4s. So it's really interesting and it's a lot of fun to do. And I'm going to go ahead and raise the camera and we'll get into this. Whenever we do triplets, we usually just alternate our hands right, left, just like we would do for just playing the snare drum on 16th notes or 8th notes or something. Whenever we do this, you're going to notice the accent hand is always changing. So if I'm doing 16th notes, my right hand is hitting the quarter notes, which is my accent note. So I have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. But on triplets, it's going to just bounce back and forth between my hands, as you can see, just playing right, left, right, left. So I have 1 and a 2. So you can see how when I got to 2 there, it had to be my left hand, just from alternating. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the nice thing is the right hand is just playing the odd accents, and the left hand is playing the even accents. So 1 and 3 on the right hand, and 2 and 4 on the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that is just how we alternate our hands right, left, right, left. So now let's kind of take this triplet pattern and put it in the context of a beat. So the cool thing about our left hand always landing on the accent on 2 and 4, that's just like a normal drum beat. My left hand is usually going to be hitting the snare on 2 and 4. So let's take our hands off the snare and let's move them up to the hi-hats. And let's play that same thing we just did. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now let's put our kick drum with our right hand on beats 1 and 3, just like we usually would. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now, just like in a normal beat, like I said with our left hand earlier, let's take that down and hit beats 2 and 4 on the snare drum. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we're going to add in one more beat. We are going to, on the of 4, we're going to bring our left hand down to hit the snare drum. So on beat 4, it's going to be 4 and So that right hand will be falling between it. It's just going to be keeping there on the hi-hat. So all together we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And that is all it is. And we can start bringing that up to speed, and we can hear that it sounds more like a beat. Also, if you want to change it up, what we can do is we can move that of 4, take that off of 4, and let's put it on the of 2. So now we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's just taking that and moving it back. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that is just a lot of fun to be able to do. I'm going to go ahead and kind of bring it up to speed and show you kind of how to alternate between that and some cool things you can do with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this made sense and that you can have a better understanding of triplets and have a fun triplet beat to be able to practice along with, other than just sitting there and having to do just kind of alternating right, left. Thank you guys so much for watching the video again. If you're interested in more content like you saw in the video today, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe below for more content like it in the future. Also, go ahead and leave any suggestions or ideas that you have for the channel below, and I will see you guys in the next video.